Welcome to your brain on games. Have you ever wondered how your brain pulls off the amazing feat of thinking, learning, and remembering? Cognitive psychology is like a backstage pass to the most complex organ in the known universe. It's the field of study that delves into the inner workings of your mind. And trust me, it's way more exciting than it sounds. Think of your brain as a high-powered computer, constantly processing information, making decisions, and generating your unique experience of the world. Cognitive psychology breaks down these complex processes into bite-sized pieces. We'll explore how we pay attention, or not in some cases, how we learn and remember, and even how we make those snap judgments that can sometimes lead us astray. Now you might be thinking, this sounds like some serious brain stuff, but fear not. We'll keep things light, fun, and relatable. We'll use everyday examples, sprinkle in a bit of humor, and maybe even play a few brain games along the way. So buckle up and get ready for a fascinating journey into the world of cognitive psychology. You'll never look at your brain, or a good game of Sudoku, the same way again. Let's dive in. The human fascination with the mind is anything but new. For centuries, philosophers have pondered the nature of thought and consciousness. But it wasn't until the mid-20th century that cognitive psychology emerged as a distinct scientific discipline. One of the pioneers of this field was Ulric Neisser, often hailed as the father of cognitive psychology. Neisser argued that we can't understand human behavior without understanding the mental processes that drive it. He compared the mind to a computer, processing information from the environment, storing it in memory, and retrieving it when needed. Of course, our brains are far more complex than any computer, but this information processing model provided a powerful framework for studying cognition. Researchers began to design clever experiments to study attention, memory, perception, and language. Today, cognitive psychology is a thriving field, drawing on insights from neuroscience, computer science, and linguistics. We can now peer inside the living brain, thanks to technologies like fMRI, and observe the neural activity that underlies our thoughts and feelings. Memory. That fickle friend that sometimes lets us down in the most inopportune moments. Memory is more than just a mental filing cabinet. It's a dynamic process that involves three key stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is like taking a mental snapshot of an experience. It's the process of transforming information into a format that our brains can store. Storage, as the name suggests, is all about holding on to that information over time. And retrieval is our ability to access and recall that information when we need it. Think of it like this. You're at a party, chatting with someone new. You encode their name, hopefully. Store it in your memory, and then, if all goes well, retrieve it later when you bump into them at the grocery store. Of course, sometimes our memory fails us. We forget names, dates, or even where we put our keys. These memory mishaps can be frustrating, but they also highlight the complexity and often unpredictable nature of our memory systems. Attention, please! The spotlight of our minds. In our hyper-connected world, our attention is a precious and increasingly scarce resource. We're bombarded with information from all sides, vying for a piece of our limited cognitive real estate. So how does our brain decide what to focus on amidst all the noise? Attention acts like a spotlight, illuminating the information that's most relevant to our goals and ignoring the rest. It's what allows us to focus on a conversation in a crowded room, to read a book while ignoring the hum of the refrigerator, or to drive a car without being constantly distracted by every passing billboard. But our attention isn't perfect. We're prone to distractions, especially when we're tired, stressed, or simply not that interested in what we're supposed to be paying attention to. Think about the last time you zoned out during a boring meeting or scrolled through your phone while watching a movie. Understanding how attention works can help us to become more mindful, to resist distractions, and to focus on the things that truly matter. Perception, constructing our reality. We often take our perception of the world for granted. We assume that what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch is an accurate representation of reality. But perception is far more subjective and constructive than we might realize. Our brains don't passively record sensory information. They actively interpret and organize it based on our past experiences, expectations, and even our moods. Think about optical illusions, for example. These visual tricks demonstrate how our brains can be fooled into seeing things that aren't really there. Our perception of the world is a product of both bottom-up processing, taking in sensory information, and top-down processing, using our knowledge and expectations to make sense of that information. This interplay between sensation and perception creates our unique and ever-evolving experience of reality. Reasoning and decision-making, navigating the labyrinth of choices. Every day we're faced with a dizzying array of decisions, from the mundane, like what to have for breakfast, to the life-altering, like which career path to pursue. How do we navigate this complex labyrinth of choices? Reasoning is our ability to think logically, to draw inferences, and to solve problems. It's what allows us to plan a trip, to write a persuasive essay, or to assemble a piece of furniture from IKEA instructions. Sometimes. Decision-making, on the other hand, involves weighing different options, assessing risks and benefits, and ultimately choosing a course of action. We don't always make rational decisions, of course. Our emotions, biases, and cognitive shortcuts can sometimes lead us astray. Understanding the factors that influence our reasoning and decision-making can help us to make more informed choices, to avoid common pitfalls, and to navigate the complexities of life with greater wisdom and clarity. Cognitive development, from cradle to golden years. Our cognitive abilities don't emerge fully formed. They develop and evolve throughout our lifespan. From the moment we're born, our brains are busy making sense of the world, forming connections, and laying the foundation for all future learning. Cognitive development in childhood is marked by rapid advances in language, memory, and problem-solving skills. Children are like little sponges, soaking up information and constantly testing their understanding of how things work. As we enter adolescence and adulthood, our cognitive abilities continue to mature. We become better at abstract reasoning, planning for the future, and regulating our emotions. Of course, cognitive aging is a natural part of life, but just as our bodies change with age, so too do our minds. While we might experience some decline in memory or processing speed as we get older, we can also continue to learn, grow, and adapt throughout our lives. Section 8. Cognitive Psychology in Action Applications in the Real World. Cognitive psychology isn't just an academic exercise. It has real-world applications in a wide range of fields. From education to healthcare, from marketing to design, understanding how people think and learn can help us to create more effective products, services, and interventions. In education, cognitive psychology informs teaching strategies, curriculum design, and assessments. By understanding how students learn best, educators can create more engaging and effective learning experiences. In healthcare, cognitive psychology is used to diagnose and treat learning disabilities, memory disorders, and other cognitive impairments. Marketers use principles of cognitive psychology to influence consumer behavior, from designing eye-catching packaging to crafting persuasive advertising campaigns. And designers rely on cognitive psychology to create user-friendly interfaces, intuitive websites, and products that are both aesthetically pleasing and easy to use. The future of brain training enhancing cognition across the lifespan. Can we train our brains to be sharper, faster, and more efficient? The burgeoning field of brain training offers a tantalizing glimpse into the possibilities of cognitive enhancement. From computer-based games to mindfulness meditation, there's a growing array of tools and techniques aimed at boosting our cognitive powers. While the jury is still out on the long-term effectiveness of some brain training programs, research suggests that certain activities, such as learning a new language or engaging in regular physical exercise, can have a positive impact on cognitive function. The future of brain training likely lies in personalized approaches that are tailored to individual needs and goals. Imagine a world where we can assess our cognitive strengths and weaknesses, and then engage in targeted training programs to enhance specific cognitive skills. Conclusion: keep your mind sharp and engaged. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the fascinating world of cognitive psychology. We've explored how we think, learn, remember, pay attention, and make decisions. We've delved into the complexities of perception, the development of cognitive abilities across the lifespan, and the real-world applications of this ever-evolving field. The human mind is an incredible and endlessly fascinating organ. By understanding how it works, we can unlock our cognitive potential, make more informed decisions, and live richer, more fulfilling lives. So keep your mind sharp and engaged, challenge yourself with new experiences, and never stop learning. Your brain will thank you for it. But the story doesn't end there. In the next chapter, we'll explore the theories of cognitive development, such as Jean Piaget's theory and Lev Vygotsky's sociocultural theory. And we will also explain the cognitive theories of learning and intelligence, where we will be answering questions like how learners construct knowledge from their experiences. We'll also discuss Spearman's G factor, Gardner's multiple intelligences, Sternberg's triarchic theory. Get ready to discover the irrational side of human decision-making and how our biases can sometimes lead us astray. Stay tuned! If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts and questions about cognitive psychology in the comments section below. We love hearing from you.